What's up everyone? Today I want to talk about something that is the blight of the video game industry, and I said today is the day I finally talk about it. And that is video game DLC, or downloadable content. And this is something that has plagued the video game industry since the PS3 and 360 came out. PS2 and PS1 didn't have this, but since online was introduced to the consoles, it's been getting worse, and more worse. And today I want to talk about it because I've had enough with DLC. I've had enough of it for ages, but now I felt like today is the day I talk about it. So let's begin. DLC is essentially add more content to the game. Basically, if you buy a game nowadays, you put it into your PS4 or Xbox 360, PS3, whatever you have, and you get it. Fine, you play the game, you have fun, it's all good. But then a week, maybe a month, a couple months later, they'll let out like some new levels, maybe some new costumes, some new form of content for the video game. But here's the catch: they won't give it to you for free for buying the game. No, you will have to pay for this. And this is growing worse and worse as time has gone on. Before, downloadable content could cost a $5 or a $10. Now there's some parts of the game that cost 20 to 30 euro, almost as much as a game itself on different platforms. I'm just saying to myself, how the fuck are companies getting away with this? I mean, this is what the gaming industry has gone to. It's gone to shit. Like, let's look back, right? Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, PS1, PS2, right? When you went into a shop and you bought a game, you bought the game. That was the full game. Never had to get any downloadable content. Everything that was ever going to be in that game was in that disc or cartridge. You held it in your hands. You knew you had the full game, full experience. Now, when you go in and buy a game, you have the disc, but the disc might be no more. It might as well just be. Might as well be just there, like a disc where it's a promise. You're making people a promise. When you get the game, you're going to buy all the DLC, because that's what it is. The disc means shit anymore. The disc don't mean you get a full game. When you buy a game now, you're essentially just buying half a game, and the other half is kept for DLC, because that's what it is. Developers don't put their full effort into games anymore, because they know that later on they can exploit you and get more money over you for extra content. One of the best things I can give recently is Destiny. Now, I enjoy Destiny, particularly like the P versus P, but here's the problem. Most of Destiny is furry, let's be honest with ourselves, as much as you like it, is a bit of a disappointment. It's not as big as they advertise, and come on, for a game that's about space, exploration, the fact you go to Mars, Venus and the Moon, and left out the rest of the fucking solar system, what the fuck, and you know they're going to bring that in the expansions, and that's the thing I hate. Everything in Destiny seems to be designed around add more content later on, and this is the thing that's annoying, because this is happening with every game. I miss the days when you could just go into a shop, buy the game, and that was it. You had the full game, you were ready, you could explore everything. Another thing that's annoying me about DLC, I remember back in the day when you played a game and there was like unlockable secret levels, characters, whatever. Like in Tekken you can unlock new characters with the fighting game depending on what you did. Nowadays, there's no more unlockables in games. You can't, after like doing like good gameplay, after all your hard work trying to unlock a new character or a song. No, that ain't the way anymore. Now if you want a new character, you gotta cough up some of that money. You gotta cough up some of that dollar bill, y'all. See, you can't just expect there to be characters anymore. No, if you want extra characters, you gotta cough up that money. No other way around it. And one of the best examples of this, Battlefield 4 lately. EA. I'm not going to talk much about EA in this video because honestly they can have another video to themselves, but fuck, they're so bad they could probably have a fucking video series to themselves about me ranting about them. But Battlefield 4. The problem I have with Battlefield 4 is this. Basically, first of all, it was a poorly rushed game, but that's beside the point. The main point I want to say is, basically, if you want to unlock weapons, you rank up, get more levels, you get better equipment, better weapons, yeah, that's all grand. But here's the thing, EA have this microtransactions, which is even worse form of DLC, where if you want to rank up to the high, if you want to unlock all the best weapons, best gear right off the bat, if you pay a fee, you can unlock everything right there. If you pay some extra money, you have everything, no need to rank up. Then this is not only stupid, wrong, it ruins the game and the balance, because if you got people buying this shit, which I do not know why, and don't give me that shit that you might have the time to rank up. If you don't have the time to rank up in the game, don't fucking play the game in the first place. Because that's the type of shit that's making gaming go down the toilet in the first place. People making excuses, trying to say that DLC is right and that there's nothing wrong with it. No, and it does not give you options. DLC is just an excuse for companies to milk you for more money. than they need to. And some companies, yeah, some companies may need extra money, but most big publishers like EA, they got plenty of money. But they'll still milk the shit out of you. And there's people that actually defend them, and I think it's so fucking stupid. It is. I'm not calling the people stupid, but they are making stupid decisions. Back to the point. The whole fact is that it ruins the game Battlefield 4. If you got a person who bought all these weapons, he's going to destroy the person who was like ranking up fairly, because no matter how good you are, most of the time if you've got better weapons and tanks, boom, you're just going to die. And it's just that type of shit that pisses me off. Like, there is some good DLC. When I mean some, I mean rarely. Like the Skyrim expansions. There was like the Dragonborn, I believe, or Dova King expansion for Skyrim, where they added a new area, new missions, new characters, and it was a fairly decent long expansion. I believe it could be like from 8 to 16 hours. I'm not sure, it's wrong there. See that, and it was around €20. That's a decent expansion. See, that's pretty good. That's not too bad. But like, there is some shit I just don't know how to pull off. And one of the main things I hate with DLC now is that they'll actually take content that is originally in the game, and they'll take it out and they'll keep it for a later date, or hell, they'll release it on day one. Like Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect is one of my most beloved series and probably my favourite of all time. But Mass Effect 3 just fucked up a lot of shit in that regard, and DLC is one of the main reasons. Right, in Mass Effect, if you don't know, there's this race called the Proteans, which is an alien race that play a vital role through the Mass Effect lore and history. And the thing is, I don't want to spoil it, but basically, you get this character that has something to do with the Proteans, right? But you don't get him in the game. You have to buy that have this character. And mind you, the squad mates, they play a fighting role because you bring them with you on missions, and there's only like 6 in the game as it is, and they left out this character, and he was already in the game. He had a mission and everything right in the game, but they took him out, and they didn't release him a week or a month later. They released him on the same fucking day as a pre-order bonus. Bullshit. As a collector's edition add-on, no. But the day you had to pay €10 to get this character, who was in the game in the first place, but they wanted some extra money. Day 1 DLC is one of the most stupid things I've ever heard of. DLC is the concept can be good, but the application of how they've done it so far is terrible. And DLC is just getting worse and worse. And the thing is, I'm not going to admit it. I have bought DLC in the past. I'm not going to go and say I've never bought DLC. I've done stupid things in the past. But now I've learned that it's no point anymore. It's that if you keep doing it, the companies are just going to keep milking you and milking you. And 3 of the companies I can name that are some of the worst at it. Activision with their stupid Call of Duty map packs. They can easily just put into the fucking game now. Activision, Ubisoft, who now have season pass pre-orders. No, you just don't pre-order a game anymore. You can pre-order a season pass. You can pre-order DLC. Do you have any idea how stupid that sounds? This is why gaming is getting worse. And I mean, it's just this type of shit that baffles me. And then EA, of course, as we know, EA are the mother of all fuck-ups in the gaming industry. Right, this is how bad it is, right? Nintendo. I'll give props to Nintendo. They have not done DLC yet, but they know this. They are, and it's starting to worry me a bit. Like in the new Mario Kart 8, they're going to bring out 2 bundles soon for around €12 for the both bundles. But see, the thing that I don't really mind with this is that you get the 2 bundles for €12, and in total you get 6 new characters. I believe you get like 8 new vehicles, but that's grand. But the fact you get 16 new racetracks, that's 16 new racetracks for €12, it's not too bad. I still disagree with them that they just be doing DLC, but it's not as bad as other people. But I'm going to be watching Nintendo closely. And this is one, a couple of months back or a year I believe, I heard this, and I can't believe someone actually said this. A shareholder in a Nintendo company actually said this, but Nintendo turned it down. Thank God, because if they actually put this into the next game, I would just lost faith in Nintendo completely. Basically, one of the shareholders at Nintendo said, "Do you know what would be a good idea in the next upcoming Mario game? How won't we add in a DLC where if you pay a small fee, you can make Mario jump higher?" I was going to have a moment of silence just so you can take in how stupid that is. Make Mario jump higher. There's no more that needs to be said. That is perhaps one of the most stupid things I have ever heard in my life. Make Mario jump higher. Jumpman. His original name was Jumpman. I know you want to make Mario jump higher. No! I think, how the fuck does he even have anything to do with gaming? And that's probably the main point in this entire video I'm going to make. Companies. See, companies see games as nothing more than a product, as a way to make money. And the main difference between a company and a gamer is this. Companies see games as a way to make money. They don't care about the game, as long as it makes them money, makes them profit, they will be fine. But a gamer, games mean more to gamers than just a simple thing. Some gamers have them to relax, just to have fun, but other games give gamers memories, like good memories with their family, memories that they will make them happy. And some games mean the gamers more than that. Like a game with a great story will interact emotionally with some players. It is a great feeling that they'll never replicate. Games impact gamers much more than people not realize. See, companies don't see that. Companies just want profit, but some gamers take their game series very seriously, and it's not just for the sake of being moody and being a nerd. That is not the reason gamers feel so passionate with games. It is the memories, the feelings that the games give to the people. And the games can be so much more than just a stupid hobby, as some people see it. They can be much more than that. But here's the thing: if we're ever going to stop DLC gamers, this is going out to you, and this counts as me as well. You gotta, this has been said a million times, but you gotta say it again. You have to stop buying DLC. You have to stop letting the companies milk you. You have to stop defending it. Despite how much you like the game, and I know there's times it's tempting, you have to stop it. Because if we stay on this path, this is what's going to happen. Gaming is going to die. And people say about it, it's making more money than ever. Yeah, but here's the problem. What happens when they keep going and going and people say enough? They can't afford to buy all the DLC. What happens when at one point you buy a game and there's barely a game on it? You just buy the disc, so you were able to buy the DLC and put that on it. Because that's essentially what we're doing now. And soon, gaming might as well just die. Because gaming is going to turn into like iPhone games at this point. iPhone games can be fun, like Candy Crush, but here's the thing. We don't want that whole type of games for consoles and PC. And then PC gamers, you're the same. You will buy microtransactions like shit, and it is the exact same thing. Gaming as a whole is going to go downhill if we don't stop. A couple of years from now, maybe more, gaming is going to die if we stay in the current path. Because there is so much more wrong with gaming than DLC and microtransactions. But that is one of the main crutches that is starting to ruin gaming. It's one of the main things that's going to fuck up gaming in the long run. So I urge everyone, please, don't buy DLC. Do not support it. Do not let these companies milk you. Because in the end, it isn't the companies that suffer. It's you. Your beloved gaming series will die. Everything you like about gaming will die. Gaming is a giant pastime now. It is everywhere. It has E3. The Tokyo Game Show, I believe. GameCon, yeah. And there's many more conventions. Gaming has gone past just being a simple pastime. It is like a lifestyle for some people. I'm saying that I don't mean to play like 24 hours a day, but gaming has been very important to the people, a lot of people now. So if you want gaming to keep going, if you want to keep your hobby and your pastime alive, don't support these companies that just want to make money and just ruin gaming. Just don't do it. Well, I believe that's it. All I wanted to say. I urge you, just do not support DLC in the future, and just research your games now. We got the internet and everything. Research the companies and games and what they're bringing out before you make a purchase, because you just need to. In these, there's very little trust anymore. With that being said, I think that's all I have to say. So, if you want to comment, then give me your thoughts about all this. And as always, if you like, subscribe, comment, and of course, as I always say in all other videos, and up to you. I'll see you next time, and do what you want.